Okay, we're going to review 3 different ways to subtract across zeros. Method 1 would be borrow 1, add 1. Method 2 will be standard algorithm, and method 3 will be through a number line. Now, we'll start over here. And remember, you can always re-watch this and go at a slower pace so you can try it. But with the borrow 1 and add 1, basically you have 3,000, take away 256. If you borrow 1, it becomes 2,999, and then down here you would have to add that 1 back to your answer. So once you change this to this, it's easy to subtract. 9 take away 6 is 3, 9 take away 5 is 4, 9 take away 2 is 7, and 2 take away nothing is 2. And then you add that 1, and you get 2,744. Okay. Now, for standard algorithm, this one takes a little bit more being patient, because you have to make sure that every time you borrow, you change your numbers. So I can't take 6 away from 0, and I can't borrow from its next door neighbor. So I have to keep going down the line until I get to the neighbor that has some that I can borrow here. So I can borrow from the 3, but I can't jump all the way over here. I have to go all the way down. So that becomes a 2. And this becomes a 10. The one that I borrowed moves over here, and then cross that out. Now I can borrow from the 10, and it becomes a 9. That becomes a 10. Now I can borrow from that. That becomes a 9 because I'm borrowing 1, and then that becomes a 10. You have to remember to change those numbers. So we have 10 take away 6 is 4, 9 take away 5 is 4, 9 take away 2 is 7, and 2 take away nothing is 2. And our numbers match. Okay. Now for method 3, this is a method that I'm not a big fan of, but it's good to know how to use it. And for me, okay, so you start with the number line. If you're subtracting, I prefer to put the big number on the right and work backwards because I'm taking away. That's just kind of how my mind works. And then I'm taking away that amount. So what I'm going to do, you can break that up however you want. If you wanted to take 5 at a time, you're going to need a super long number line. So I'm not going to do that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to break that up like as an expanded form. And I'm going to take away the 200 first. And if I take 200 away from here, that becomes 2,800. So I'm going to do one jump there and minus 200. And that becomes 2,800. Okay, if I lost you, you can rewind this and look back, think about it, process it, and proceed. Alright, so now that I've taken away the 200, then I have 50. So I'm going to take 50 away from there next. And if I take 50 away from 800, I get 750. So that'll be 2750. So let's do minus 50. And that becomes 2750. Okay, and then I have 6 left. If I take 6 away from 50, I'll get 44. So that'll become 2744. So we'll do minus 6, and that's 2744. Alright, so that is another way that you can subtract across zeros. And you can actually use all these methods for regular subtracting as well. That one's good for all zeros. These two you can always use.